there's a history of unjust laws, just as there's a history of people standing up to meet them square on with integrity and with sincere respect and reverence for human dignity. You know, anything that has to do with taking away a person's life or their freedom is unjust. Even through the lens of some people saying, well, you know, we need to have military to protect ourselves against these people or against those people. Well, it's what you expend your energy into, those things grow. You know, so we have to be very mindful and also more keenly attentive of if this is really serving our needs. You know, does it make sense to have this paranoia-based mentality where you have to build weaponry and then safeguard it with legal means to maintain it, to have this perceived control over the world or be able to checkmate the next person with the more superior weaponry? Is that a world that we really want our children to grow up in?
There was an F-35 flying over my head, over the school building, literally. No one could even concentrate on the game they were playing. It was really loud. Have any of you ever heard the F-35? It felt really scary and it was really loud.
I care for children and I have children of my own. I definitely want to see them live to grow up and have a world to live to grow up in. So I think anyone who cares more than just about their life and time on this earth is definitely needs to be deeply concerned. Because if we stand for peace, if we stand for our children to prosper, and all children, not just children who look like us, then it'll show up in the decisions we make and the way that we relate to one another and the way that we relate to other people from other countries and the compassion we're able to show for our very own citizens and for the global citizens of the world.
The F-35s are bad because they cost so much money that could just buy like 10 new schools that could support many children's education. And they are so loud that they could hurt disabled people's ears if they have a hearing disability or something. And it's like they have no care for where they're flying. They just fly over schools and buildings. It would make Vermont a big target, and if we got nuked, it would lose hundreds of thousands of lives. Nobody wants to lose their life.
Communities who are not seen as valuable as the mainstream are put in places where they suffer a great deal of exposure to all types of pollution, including noise pollution. It really needs to be addressed here in Vermont if we are to call ourselves a very sincerely welcoming place for all people.
All power to the people! All power to the people! Thank you very much. My name is Brandy Grayson. I am part of the Madison delegates. Thank you guys for having us. We are set to receive 18 F-35s by 2023. Just like your community, our airport sits in the middle of neighborhoods, residential neighborhoods, mostly poor, vulnerable, veterans. A lot of the stuff that I'm learning and trying to piece together for myself is how do we live in a world where we do not become concerned about issues such as the militarization of our National Guards, which have been going on for years. I'm going to encourage you to continuously step out of your zone, your comfort zone, and get more involved in human rights movement, because a lot of this is relevant to environmental justice, social justice, racial justice, and transformative justice. But we often don't pay attention to how capitalism works or racism works until it shows up in your own backyard. And now it's in your backyard, and I'm going to ask that you become more active in your community as it relates to social and racial justice.
F-35, save our skies! F-35, stay in my sky.